Hey, hello everybody, and welcome back. Oh, I'm Holden.
Oh my god, it looks like baby vomit.
And that would be Loren. I'm not sure if you guys can hear her in the background, but she's currently pouring herself a beer. And it's green. So there's that. But,
And it looks like a baby pooped in my cup.
okay, well, oh, yeah. You're right. That's not an appealing look. Does it taste good?
Tastes like juice.
Like juice. Alright, you guys are going to see Lauren's glass here, and you're going to be like, what in the heck? Look at it. What is that color? Ay. Ooh, that's kind of good.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Bourbon Bar. I'm Holden. This is Loren. This is Bookers. And tonight, that is what we are doing. We are going to be going through the Bookers of 2022.
I'm going to be sitting here.
And Lauren is going to be sitting here, drinking her beer, and kind of doing it along with me because, well, it's just more fun when she's here. Bad Axe Bourbon is in the chat. Cheers, Bad Axe Bourbon. Thanks for being here, buddy. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button before we get started here. And then I think I should have a startup whiskey. What do you think? It's a mustache. I was like, what is on my face?
For something.
Yes, I have a mustache. So I must ask you a question. My question is, what should my warm-up whiskey be? I don't know. I got an extra Glen right here, so I'm thinking of pouring something in. What do you think my warm-up whiskey should be? What should I drink for a warm-up? Something good. Something has to have a little bit of proof behind it because I'm about to be drinking, not a whole lot of proof, but a little proof because these are all high proofs. I don't want to just singe my palate right away. Yellowstone?
Yeah.
The expensive stuff, huh?
Well, I'm already at it. It was closest to me.
Well, you could have just said it and I would have grabbed it.
Well, too late.
All right, looks like I'm drinking some of the Yellowstone 2022 limited edition. So we're going to go ahead and pour it in the Glen. Ooh, that smells good. Not too much, though, because we have a lot of Bookers to be drinking tonight, and
I have things to do.
What do you have to do?
Do not sit there and act like I didn't tell you 10 times what I had to do today.
Anyway. Well, that smells good. It smells like pie crust in there, which I like pie crust, so that's definitely good. Bino is in the chat, says, well, hello, you two. Stop snowing.
Is it snowing out right now? I thought it wasn't supposed to snow till tonight.
I thought
Guys,
it wasn't.
We
snow.
got like 15
warm.
inches of snow the other day. Then it's ice rained all day yesterday, and it was supposed to snow 2 to 3 inches tonight, and then it's supposed to snow again on like Wednesday or Thursday. What? We didn't get any snow all year now.
And it's how warm was it today?
It was like 45 degrees out today.
Yeah.
It was really nice out. But they say March goes in like a lion and out like a man.
Is that what they say? In like a lion and out, in like a lion and out like a man.
Lamb.
What the heck?
Anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah, in like a lion, out like a lamb, and then April showers bring May flowers, and then I don't know what happens in May. Okay, you're being obnoxious.
Yeah. Joe Dickinson's in the chat says drink some OGDB. OGD 114. I don't have OGD 114. I actually don't have any old granddad. I suppose Knob Creek could have been a good one to start with, being a beam profile, but we just got this one in the Glen. So Isaiah V is also in the chat. Cheers, Holden and Lauren. Cheers, Holden. Cheers, Isaiah V. Thanks for being here. Joe Dickinson is wondering, what is Lauren drinking? Is it pea soup? Is it pea soup?
Yep, I love carbonated pea soup.
You can't really tell it's carbonated on the screen, though, to be fair. I suppose you can't see the screen.
You can see it now, see?
Yeah, now you can see it.
It's from this place, too. How perfect is that?
I know. You really should bring the can in here.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm going to put these two bottles over here.
I don't want to throw them the can because when I show them the can, they're gonna be like, "But all of those are green," and then you're gonna look stupid again.
What's green? What?
The kind I'm pretty sure that the kind I got they're green.
Hmm.
Like they're supposed to be green.
Well, it's a sour beer, but
No,
it's
it's
not like
not.
super sour.
It's not a sour beer.
It's not.
It's an Ecto Cool.
Ecto Cool is Ecto Cool is like a style of beer, slushy style, sour. Slushy style sour. It's a sour beer.
I wasn't reading that part. I just read the Ecto.
Ecto Cool. So this is what she's drinking right here. Basically a slushy beer. It's honestly pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It does taste like a slushy. It's orange, tangerine, and a touch of lemon. Brewed with real fruit. So yeah, I mean.
Yeah, see, when they're Ecto Cool, they're green.
And you know what? Oh, that would make sense. It does. It has like it's thick, right? Is it just me or is it kind of thicker?
Okay, my favorite beer I think I ever had was when we went to Lionsdale for Oktoberfest and I got the Mega Cherry the day they released it and it was thick and it had chunks in it. I fucking loved it.
That was good.
That was amazing. And it was bubbling up over. It wasn't like head. It was like
slush.
It was it was amazing.
Slushy. Yeah, basically. Derek Whiting's also on the chat. Says cheers, everyone. Cheers, Derek. Happy belated birthday. Everyone wish Derek a happy belated birthday. His birthday was yesterday, so everyone.
Now he's not officially old yet, though.
How old is old?
50.
Oh, I think you just offended a lot of people in the chat.
No, it's
just kidding.
Over the hill. He's not quite there yet.
I suppose. Bobby, cheers. Bino says, "Weather girl Loren."
Yeah, I'm a weather girl. Clearly.
Lay run. I'm gonna read it like lay run every time he spells it like that.
Don't ask. Every time I get a card from him, my name is
Derek says, "Soon you will be shoveling that yourself."
I don't know. I think I'm gonna pay you to come over and shovel it.
I'll shovel it.
Yeah,
Someone's gotta. Maybe I'll get a snowblower. There's this ad in Wisconsin, or in Green Bay, buy, sell, and trade on Facebook, and free snowblower. All you had to do was buy him a decent bottle of bourbon. He said it was a $500 snowblower, and all it did was give him headaches, and he would let it go for free as long as you brought him a decent bottle of bourbon. And I'm almost like, I could do that.
But what if his decent bottle of bourbon is like?
That's what I'm saying. What if I just found a Buffalo Trace?
No,
and
but
he was
I'm
blown
saying,
away?
what if it's like it has to be like rare and allocated?
Well, I'm sure it's not. He said a decent bottle of bourbon, not a great bottle of bourbon. You know what I mean?
Well, if you don't follow the.
And I would have asked him anyway, but I wonder, like, if he has problems with it, why is he getting rid of it?
Look really chunky.
Doesn't it seem like different lighting in here today? Maybe I have it.
It's really
that thing.
Bright.
It is, right? Because I think that thing is above the table. Normally I have it below the table.
Look at how chunky it makes my neck look.
Makes my neck look quite nice.
What is bulging out of me right here?
Those are your carotids.
My carotids are thick. I don't like it. I want to have a skinny neck.
This, honestly, this Yellowstone smells different than I remember. More of like a pie crusty type note on the nose, which I really like. JSV says, is it Loren or Loren? Sorry, it's Loren. Bino just spells it differently every time because that's just the way he does things. Chop that like button, peeps. Yes, please do hit the button.
Can you talk today? I can't understand what you're saying.
It's the mustache. It makes me mush mouth. Casey
Your
Tisler's.
lips are too heavy.
Yeah, Casey Tisler's in chat says, "Cheers, everyone! Cheers, Casey." Because you said my lips are heavy. Didn't you? Isn't that what you said?
What is that? Why are you laughing?
Because it's funny. Because I have a mustache, so it makes my lips heavy.
Oh, you're actually laughing at my joke? That never happens. You never laugh at my jokes. You think I'm stupid.
Sure, because he says meow from the token over the hill guy. Oh, sorry. A little slow today.
Hold on some crap.
I haven't even drank any whiskey yet. Dang.
Take a swig so you can start being cool. Yeah.
The finish comes through a lot more on the palate. Yeah, and when I have a mustache. No, the finish comes through a lot more on the palate of this one. The nose like I said, it smells like a really nice pie crust, which I like. So I can't complain there. Northwest Bourbon is also in the chat. Says like chopped. Thank you, Northwest Bourbon. Thanks for being here. What's so funny?
I'm laughing.
What are you laughing at, huh?
Jacob is saying that my name is actually Loren. I'm bowling.
Anyway.
You don't like us. When we went bowling and the lady put my name as Loren.
Loven. That's true. We went bowling and Lauren's name on the thing was Loven. So there's that.
Because people are not smart. Who pushes someone out and then names them Loven?
Well, maybe they were just saying what created him. Good old Loven.
You're disgusting. That was my parents you're talking about.
Hey, they would say it
They're
too.
watching this. And
you know
you're
what?
Talking about their
you know who you are.
journeys
You
on
know
the
what
internet.
you did. Hey, they're adults. They can handle it. It's the truth.
Is it?
Okay, so
Jada was made in a petri dish. Does that count as Loven too?
yes, it does.
Did you notice she ate one of her twins? She's
a chimera.
That
makes her a genetic chimera.
What does that mean?
If you watch Teen Wolf, you would know.
Sorry, I'm not lame.
Anyway, it means she has more than one set, or she has more than one set of DNA technically in her. Like if they did a study on her, they would find more than one set of DNA.
But she might not have. We just made jokes because she started out with 3, and she was the only one that was born.
Well, unless the other 2 came out as a miscarriage, I'm assuming
I have no idea. I never asked.
They can't.
We just started making.
They can't just disappear.
That she ate her.
Well, they can't just disappear. So where else would they go?
I don't know.
Just saying.
I'm not a doctor.
All right. Okay. Well, today's episode is all about drinking the whiskeys from Booker's 2022 lineup.
Actually, it's all about myself with featuring 4 glasses of bourbon.
Yes, this is in fact a Loren show featuring 4 glasses of bourbon. But all of these glasses contain a Booker's from 2022. I'm going to go through them blindly. If you... Wow, you hardly had that much to drink tonight, and you're already feeling good, aren't you?
Don't talk to me.
But hey, you know what? That's okay. We're here to have a good time. Part of that good time is going to be drinking through these Booker's.
Imagine if you didn't know you were getting this, and then someone like at a bar, and then they give you a glass of pea soup.
Yeah.
Well, imagine how freaked out you'd be if you ordered a beer and this is what they handed you.
Well, I would think maybe they just scraped a diaper from a baby into the glass and then called it slushy. Technically, it would be, wouldn't it? Be a slushy.
I don't know.
What makes it a slushy? Is it just the consistency?
I think that there has to be lactose in it.
Oh. I don't know. But anyway, third time's a charm.
This thing can continue to ferment in the can. And it can rupture.
Oh. Sugar Kitty has some info here for us. Identical twins come from one split. They think Chimera might be twins that melded together early.
Yeah, no, there was 3 separate eggs.
Chupacabra twins are the worst. Well, Sugar Kitty, it's just what Loren said when she was pouring it, and I've been trying to explain what's going on with these Bookers, and she's interrupted me 3 times or 4 times now. I'll get there eventually, but...
Look, if you don't want to be interrupted, then you'll get a girlfriend.
Are you my girlfriend?
Do we need to establish
I
this
thought
now?
you're my fiance. Hey, you said that to me for how long when we first got engaged? I'm not your girlfriend. I'm your fiance.
I feel dramatic when I call you my fiance. Like if someone said like if someone was like, "Oh yeah, your boyfriend," and I was like,
"Bitch."
I was like, he's my fiance.
Fiance.
Like I feel really bitchy.
I feel like a bitch when I am in conversation with somebody and I say my girlfriend. I mean my fiance. I just feel like a douche.
I just say Holden, and if they don't know who I'm talking about, then they can suck my ass.
Anyway, so what we got today for the fourth, maybe fifth time is we have the Bookers lineup here. All of the ones from 2022. We're going to go through them blindly, and we're just going to kind of break them down, pick out some favorites, put them in a first to last, and then, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. So,
I just thought of something.
what is something that we
I
can
want
do?
to whisper it.
That's true. That can happen. Anyway, this in particular bottle right here is Booker's Batch 2022-03, otherwise known as Kentucky Tea Batch. I'd like to give a big shout out to Joe Dickinson who sent this over to me. I could not find this to save my life. It was the last one that I needed in the lineup. Incredibly hard to find, and apparently the best one of the year, or the best one in a while, according to Fred Minnick. He put this as number 6 on his top list, and he's drank over 400 whiskeys last year that he was judging from. So this being at number 6 is obviously pretty incredible. I did get a crack of it on Friday just to get it opened up and just try it out. But I am excited to see how it compares against these other ones. But big shout out to Joe Dickinson. Thank you again for sending that to me. You rock. What's so funny?
The comments are really funny.
Oh, Lauren. Crap, I wish I had a beer in the house. Who interrupts who on the Lauren? You're right. You're right. I was interrupting her. My bad. Hanging Easy says a Lauren show with a special guest taster, Holden McLovin. You don't even get that.
I've seen that show.
You have? Super bad?
Yeah, I'm not stupid. I don't live under a rock.
What's that? I thought there was a classic one that you haven't seen. What is another one like Super Bad that you haven't seen?
Step Brothers?
Who hasn't seen Step Brothers?
My mom didn't like Will Ferrell, so we never watched Will Ferrell movies.
Why? What did Will Ferrell do?
Even like the movie Elf.
Elf is good.
Well, I never liked Elf. I've seen Elf enough times to know that I would pick other Christmas movies over Elf. But yeah, we never even watched Elf.
Elf is good, but it's not like that movie that I run to every Christmas. But like Will Ferrell has some great stuff. The Other Guys is a classic. When The Rock.
I like The Other Guys. That's good. Have you seen Why Him?
Yeah.
That movie's so funny.
I did. That's got Bryan Cranston in it.
Yeah, and then what's his nuts is in that
Heisenberg.
teepee, and he's talking about bukkake, and then the guy's like, "I want bukkake."
Yeah. Pineapple Express? Question mark. I've never seen Pineapple
I've never
Express.
seen that either.
That one's popular, but I don't think as popular because it's so gross and obnoxious. I think.
That's one that's on
I'm pretty sure there's
Netflix,
like
right?
a bunch of pot smoking hippies who like.
Well, that's normal. I went to East High School. We all smoked pot.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean.
Never seen it.
I'm pretty sure Pineapple Express is a bit more raunchy than these movies that we're talking about. But Joe Dickinson says I've never seen Step Brothers.
Yeah, me either. Who has seen Step Brothers?
Probably most of the chat in here has seen Step Brothers, but yeah, it's a good movie. Polish is strong. There's a cup of black coffee, one and done. Talking about drinking beer. I honestly was feeling a beer too, but when I had 4 glasses of cast strength, 130 proof whiskey in front of me, I decided
that's too much
that
for a
probably
Tuesday
won't.
night.
But know what I could do?
I have
What?
a question. So you know it's like Thirsty Thursdays?
Yeah,
What is Tuesdays?
Tipsy Tuesdays,
Tipsy
Which
Tuesdays?
is-
But that doesn't sound fun.
which is ironic because Tipsy Whiskey streams on Wednesdays. But he said he wanted to switch to Tuesdays, so. Anyway, Hanging AZ says Will Ferrell sucked when he did the cheerleader sketch with Cherry O'Terry. Hated that crap.
That's an
Step Brothers
unfortunate
was
name.
awesome though. Cherry O'Terry.
My dad has a cousin named Cherry.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know her. I think she lives in a different state.
I've never seen the cheerleader sketch thing. Talladega Nights? I've seen Talladega
I've seen
Nights.
Talladega Night.
That's funny, right?
It was okay.
I mean,
I thought it was a
I think
little
it's funny.
overrated.
I
don't
agree.
like-
Everyone's
I
obsessed with it.
I like Will Ferrell movies where he acts like a normal person.
I hate the ones that
then
are like
I think he's more funny.
super
Like he's
stupid.
super funny in in the other guys because he acts like a normal
Yeah,
person.
but like,
But Talladega Nights, he's just acting like an asshole,
Yeah.
and I feel like he pulls off not like he pulled like Daddy's Home. That movie is that's a hilarious movie. He
Yeah.
pulls off that.
I've never seen Anchorman, but the reason I've never seen it is because the vibe I get from everything I've seen about Anchorman is that he plays like a really weird like is it really stupid funny, and stupid funny is not my forte.
See, I don't like serious movies. I like if it's not like a romantic love movie that's gonna make me cry or a funny movie, I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, well, I like funny, I like serious, I like romantic, whatever, but it's just a really stupid funny stuff that is just like, just really stupid funny that I don't always love. I don't know. I guess sometimes I can be in the mood for it, but I don't know. Haney Z says, yeah, one beer might have tipped you over the edge. Oh, yeah,
Me?
definitely. No, me with
Oh.
all my whiskey. Love Talladega
Well,
Nights.
Holden's a lightweight.
The supporting cast is what makes that movie.
Wait, who's in the cast of that one?
I
Is that
forget.
blonde girl and someone else that's famous that I can't think of? I haven't seen it since I was in school.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it in a long time, but I know that it's got Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly, Sacha Baron Cohen.
Sacha Baron Cohen is a man. I've always heard, but I thought it was Sasha, not Sasha.
Sacha. He's a British actor. He's best known for his creation and portrayal of fictional characters. Ali G. Okay, well, a lot of people, I guess.
Yeah, I've heard his name a lot.
Comedian,
I never realized that that's who that was, though.
Comedian
Because
and
I thought it was a woman.
Michael Clark Duncan, Leslie Bibb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was a good movie. I just like, there's a lot of people, and it might just be because of the people I hang out with, but a lot of people love that movie, like to the point where they're quoting one-liners from it all the time. The cop movie with Marky Mark was funny as well. Yeah, the other guys. That's fantastic. The other guys is hilarious.
Yeah, I like that.
I love Mark Wahlberg and I like Will Ferrell. I laughed so hard
I just like
when they jumped off the roof and it was like, there goes my hero. You know, Sam Jackson and The Rock in the beginning of the movie. Yeah. Uh-huh. And they were like, aim for the bushes. Then jumped off the roof.
That's the funniest part
and
the
died.
first 3 minutes of the movie.
Well, it was funny because you don't expect it. They're just being badasses and then they just jump off a roof and die. It's so random and unexpected.
When Mark Wahlberg goes over to his house and he's married to like Heidi.
Oh yeah. Wait, who's that actress? Oh, it's the actress from Fast and Furious 4.
Oh my gosh, Jessica
Fast 2.
Alba.
Too Fast. Wait, that's who Jessica Alba is?
Yes. Wait, let me double check before I say
Hold on.
I'm pretty sure.
Because Eminem has dissed Jessica Alba in I think more than one song, and I never really put a name to a face, but I'm pretty sure the chick from Too Fast and Furious is the same chick from that movie. But hey, Fast and Furious movies also good movies. Area One says, "Hey guys, nice to see you. Cheers, Area One. Thanks for being here, buddy. I'm glad to see you popped in." Haney Z says, "You never had a desktop." Bang! I don't have anything, but I've desktop before.
Oh, never mind. It's Eva Mendes. They look alike.
Eva Mendes. Oh, I was gonna say, yeah.
See,
I don't know what.
It's like the big hair and the tan skin. It looks like they look like.
Yeah, but that is the chick from Too Fast and Furious.
Do you need to know who Jessica Alba is?
Yes, please. Area One says I have 5 books I don't want to open. Glad to see you are. Yeah, so I have these 4 opened, and then I have my 5th one right here.
She's from another movie
that is actually one of my favorite ones that I have. Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind. I know who
she's
that
from
is.
Little Foster.
That's the Invisible Woman in the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, but she's from a movie. We literally watched it not that long ago, but I don't seem to see it.
Gator don't take no shit. Gator don't take no shit.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Sasha equals Borat. Borat? Wait. What is Borat from? I know what it is. I just can't put it. My mind isn't. Old School. Wait, is Old School the one where they tie cinder blocks to their extremities and toss them off a roof? And then that one really big guy acts like. Okay, so this is a scene. They're standing on the roof of a building, and they tie cinder blocks to a rope to their pecker, and they throw the cinder blocks off the roof.
A bad idea.
It's like a frat thing, and they throw the cinder blocks off the roof, and they're supposed to trust their frat brothers that the rope is long enough, right? That the block would land on the ground. Well, all of them, that goes down the line, all the blocks are landing on the ground, and they're fine. But there's this one guy who accidentally throws it, and it lands on a manhole cover and goes into the sewer. And the guy gets yanked off the roof, by his weenie, and then he gets stuck in the manhole cover.
There's so many parts of the story that make sense. That's why I've never seen this movie.
Yeah, also there's a scene where there's this really old guy in a kiddie pool full of whipped cream, I think, with girls or something like that, and he has a heart attack and dies. I think that was Blue. But yeah, because he's Blue, you're my boy. Armin Whiting says Daddy's Home is a good with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg.
We just talked about Daddy's Home.
Well, I know, but I'm trying to think. That's the one where Mark Wahlberg is the dad and Will Ferrell's the stepdad, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I know that movie. Eva and Jessica do not look alike.
I think that they're just brown hair.
Well, here's the thing.
Hot actresses, and I don't pay attention, and I haven't seen very many movies with either of them, so in my head they look like.
Eva has a mole, right here.
And she's a little bit older, and
when I picture Jessica Alba, I only picture the blonde from Fantastic Four.
See, I only picture with brown hair.
Yeah, that's probably the difference. Area 1 says, are you tasting? Yes.
Clearly, no, he's not. Well, he's been chit-chatting.
The goal is to get to the tasting. I haven't started yet, so you're
Why
definitely
don't you just
in
start?
time. I just wanted to get through a couple comments.
The comments are never going to end.
Tangent. I know.
This is a good place to stop.
Borat is one of those movies to be in the mood for. So, yep, that's old school. So, the one with the bricks. I guess you had to be there. I'll look it up after this. King of the Castle. Woo. Wait, wow, wee, wah. Pakistani accent. I'm not going to try to do it in a Pakistani accent. I don't want to offend nobody. But let's go ahead and start this tasting here. I'm going to start on this side, work my way off to that side, and then we're going to work our way back at the turn. We're starting off with this first glass. Oh,
I want a brownie.
It smells good. Well, maybe you should have made brownies. I'm dieting.
I'm dieting too. I had cauliflower fried rice for dinner. That is healthy.
Area 1 says it's a movie review show? ? The melting face. No, it's not. But you know what? We like movies here. We just get on tangents and we do things. We have
There's a reason why our live streams go so long. And it's because me and Holden never shut up. You should live with us for a day.
Yeah.
We don't even shut up to go to sleep. Sometimes Holden talks in his sleep. Not very often though.
Yeah.
I don't. We just never shut up.
Yeah. So this one actually, I do get a bit of peanuts. I think there's some up here that actually don't have a peanutty note. This one definitely smells really full bodied and like it has some peanuts in it. And a little bit of fruit in there, but not too much. It does smell very desserty, like pastry desserty, and a little bit of nutmeg and that peanut butter. But we're going to go ahead and get on the palate.
Imagine how good brownies would have gone with that.
Ooh. Spicy. It's hot, obviously. Mouth feels great. Definitely some oak in there. I'm pretty sure all of these ages, I'll just kind of read the stats off to you guys so you kind of know. I'm sure a lot of you might already know. But the 2022-01 is, it's called Ronnie's Batch. It's 6 years, 11 months, and 22 days. It's 124.3 proof. And 2022-02 is called the Lumberyard Batch. This one is 7 years old, 1 month and 7 days. And it is 124.8 proof, so very close in the proofs there. Then the newest one I got here is the Kentucky Tea Batch, 2022-03. This one is 7 years, 4 months, and 14 days, and it's 126.5 proof. So the hottest one so far, I believe. And then the last one here, 2022-04, is called Pinky's Batch. This one is 6 years, 10 months, and 10 days old at 122.4 proof. So this one's the youngest and the lowest proof. And I believe that Pinky's Batch is the oldest and the highest proof, and the other two fall somewhere in between. So, everyone says, not mad. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Yeah, you know what? We just go on tangents. What are you doing over there?
I'm not.
We just go on tangents because it's fun. It's fun to fall into the rabbit hole, you know? Get some engagement with the crowd. And
maybe you should watch me walk.
Alice in Wonderland. Isaiah Sweet says one of these days y'all should join Whiskey Encore. Oh my gosh, I know. I want to.
When do they
the
go?
Plan late.
Oh, well, you know what?
Either
we
late.
Sleep very early.
Yeah. That's honestly the only thing. But I will. My goal, and I was gonna start this where I do like once a month, do one of the pub style live streams and just join the other people's live streams. Not even just for being on, but to meet new people. It'd be awesome to meet and talk to new people. And people that I haven't really talked to or got to know yet from the Whiskey Tube community. But with the house buying
basically
stuff,
we're tired all the time.
Between working 2 jobs and buying a house, my schedule has actually gotten way worse. I don't remember the last time I watched YouTube, which is a bummer. But back to this glass here. We can go with one more sip before we move on to the next one. But overall, it does smell very peanut buttery on the nose, savory, and nutmeggy. It's got a little bit of spice.
I'm buzzing.
It doesn't seem too astringent, though. It definitely has like a lot of body, a lot of flavor. I like that. I don't know if that's my favorite because I obviously got Booker's. I'm a fan of Booker's, but it is a good start to the round. So I don't know if it's just because I like Booker's or if that's because it's the best one on this lineup. But I'm excited to go through and taste these other ones and do a side-by-side at the end. Got some sparkling water to cleanse the palate. Sure, he said if you want to spread the word about the channel, definitely join other lives. I know, I do, and I really want to too. I've just been bad because of everything just being busy, but that is the goal, especially once I get the bar at the new house, and I can like just
this could be
do
one
it.
of the last live streams in this room, guys.
Well, yeah, it could be, but
it could also last another few months.
It also could last another. We don't have to be out of here for another 2 months, and then so we could keep this in here for another couple months. But the basement bar is not going to be finished for a while, so either way, we're going to have a new setup eventually. But whether we have 1 or 2 new setups depends on. Well, we're probably going to have 2 new setups. We're going to move into probably a crappier setup in a smaller room, and then we're probably going to move on to the larger setup in the basement once the bar is finished. But Sugar says encores with Cheech, Livewire, Big Vic, Whiskey, Uncensored, aka Bourbon. Yeah, and I've been in there. I've been in their live streams in the chat before, but I've never been in their live streams in the watching thing before. So I've never talked to those guys, but I'd love to. Bino says good show, guys. Looking good. Thanks, Bino. Thanks for being here.
I know I'm looking good. I'm just kidding. I kind of look sloppy today.
Yeah.
What?
That
I'm gonna say it for the first time today. Where are you gonna go tonight?
To the couch.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I can't believe you would say that. I can't believe you would say that. You're so mean.
That's not.
You can't even use bourbon as an excuse. I've had more to drink than you.
That's not even what I. Honestly, that's not what I meant. I don't know what you said before that, and I don't know what I was saying yeah to, but I'm pretty sure I was doing the classic saying like yeah to the comment before I moved on to this whiskey, and it just happened to be the worst timing possible.
Excuses is all I hear. That's all I hear. I'm gonna shave your head in the middle of the night.
I mean,
and then we're gonna talk about who's looking good and who's not looking good.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna have a shaved head and a full mustache. You know I'm gonna be looking good. You're probably not gonna be able to get your hands off me when I'm bald. She has a thing for bald. We've been over this. She has a thing for bald guys, so I wouldn't be surprised if my head was shaved in the morning.
Yeah, you know how it feels now.
I did it by accident. Peter White says, I just got here and it's back to the...
You didn't hear what you just
said! We don't need to repeat it.
He can just scroll back and figure it out.
That's true. But Peter, Thanks for being here, buddy.
You've never said something so mean to me in our entire relationship.
That was an accident. I really didn't know what was going on. It was an accident.
I am so offended. I'm gonna tell your mother that you said that.
What if my mother was watching?
Oh, she's gonna come over here and she's gonna whoop you like she did when you were a kid.
Bare butt spankings in the back of church.
She told me she only did that one time, and it was because you wouldn't shut up. You kept going. And she told you to stop and you wouldn't. So she said if you didn't stop, she's gonna whoop your ass in the back of the church. And you still didn't stop, so she took you back there. And then that you were sitting there like this, and she was standing up singing, and then she gave you like the side eye, like, and that you were like, and that you never fucked around in church again. That's what she told me.
Hey, there's something about getting your ass whooped in the back of church.
Well, look it. Do I need to go take you to church and whoop your ass now? Gosh.
I'm just saying, the shame that goes with getting whooped in front of God is just a shame that nobody needs to experience.
I wouldn't know. My parents never punished us in church.
Yeah, well, because it's quiet and stuff, and it's just like you're just back there, and you know that these people are gonna be like turning around like this naughty ass little kid.
Called your mom into CPS.
It was back in the day. People
Yeah, but
didn't do
CPS is
that.
still a thing.
Yeah, but nobody. Plus, we're talking old Catholics. Like, they've done worse. Hank Z says he should make Loren sleep on the couch. That would be funny.
Yeah, we'll see how that ends up.
You would sleep on the couch before I would.
I would sleep on the couch, but I'd leave you a present in the bed.
Okay, Amber Heard.
Not that kind of present. You're
Where are you going to find a spider to release in the bed?
We'll literally go to PetSmart and buy a spider.
I think Glass B is a little bit more fruity.
You're trying to change the subject. You called me ugly. On the internet. This is forever.
No,
Our kids are going to watch this video and they're going to be like, my dad called my mom ugly.
To be fair, kids are not that excited about sitting in a church. You got
Holden
that right.
had issues.
I had all the
He
issues.
had some issues. But he's okay. He's all better now. Okay, I'm out of alcohol.
You can go get another one? You should do the Concord grape one.
Okay,
because I wanted to taste it. You should rinse this so it doesn't get residue in it.
I'm
yeah.
just going to use this cup, though.
I know, just put some water in it
I don't
and
care
dump
if
it
it has... I like to mix my flavors. Don't touch my stuff. That's my flavor.
out. Make sure you bring the can. Oh, wait, obviously. She said she's going to pour it in her hand and carry it in here. Yeah. Concord grape beer. This one will be interesting. I wonder how...
If this tastes like that peanut butter and jelly beer that tasted like pickles...
Well, I wonder how close to wine this is going to be. Because they have canned wines. You know? I'm intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued.
When I poured my first beer at work, the guy told me I would look like a professional.
Did you pour it out of a can or off the tap?
No, off the tap.
Wow. I'm actually low-key jealous that, honestly, like, I think after next year, after we get all the renovations done in our house, I would love to get my bartending license and bartend with you.
That would be so much
How
fun.
cool would that be? I would have fun with that. That would be great.
This is my new beer.
Concord grape. Well, let's show them the can. So it is a sour ale with Concord grape. Pretty self-explanatory. But we'll just give you guys a little show here.
It doesn't taste like anything.
Doesn't taste like anything?
No. It tastes like you had.
It smells like.
It tastes like you had a cup of seltzer water and you put a grape Jolly Rancher in it, and then that was it.
It smells like the kid wine for New Year's.
It doesn't taste like kid wine.
Very light.
Yeah.
I mean, I can taste the grape. It's definitely in there. It kind of tastes like a.
It's only 4.5% alcohol. The other one was 5.
Yeah. Well, the other one was so much thicker too. This is much thinner. But it is good. I'm gonna have to cleanse my palate now before diving into this Booker's. But
you must not be too interested in the Booker's. You're getting really distracted.
I'm just having a good time.
Calling me ugly.
Anyway.
You're never going to live that down. We're going to go to my mom's after this, and we're going to have a serious conversation. Yes!
You told me you
This
were
is like the 5th time we've had this conversation
You said
today.
you were going tomorrow morning.
No, I said I wasn't going in the morning to be too tired. I thought we were going after the live stream.
Anyway, okay, glass B. A little bit more spice on this one, actually. It seems thinner. I don't know if thinner is a word for it, but not as bodied as glass A. It does have good flavor though in it, but it does seem a little bit more astringent. Not like astringent in like a bad way, but like it's drinking a little bit warmer maybe. I'm definitely gonna have to AB these two.
Did you show everyone your new towel?
Oh no, I didn't. So I got a new towel from a buddy of mine.
One of his friends.
And it says, "When life gives you bourbon, drink it." So I got a nice bourbon bar towel.
Should we show them what I got you?
Yeah, go
I'll
grab
go
it.
get it.
So we got this thing for the new house.
No, don't say we. I went to this place and it was there and it was like, get me for Holden. So I bought it.
Yeah. But anyway, it's for the new house. Although it would probably go great like right here for now. Not that we need to put more holes on the walls when we're about to leave. But it's only one hole, I suppose. It wouldn't be that hard.
Really heavy. It won't work in our walls. You would need a stud.
Well, I'm a stud.
Are you gonna sit here holding this up? How come you get to be a stud but you think I'm ugly?
And I will never live that down.
I buy you things and then you call me ugly.
No. For those of you who can't see, it says, "As for me and my house, we will serve bourbon." Kentucky 24/7. I realized that
But
like it was like
it's real. It's even burned on.
Yeah, it's actually made from an old bourbon barrel. It's got the char on the back and everything. These are reclaimed barrel staves. But I realized that it had like the Bible verse type thing there, but I didn't realize that the numbers were 24/7. But like, yeah, it's very cool. Where'd you guys get this?
From this lady.
It's from a lady.
On the internet.
Yeah, that would look good. Like, oh.
I was thinking we put it in the living room.
Well, until the bar's finished.
I want to show people. Look at this thing about.
Well, we're gonna have a lot of things because we have a house and we can put many things in it. Anyway, Peter White says couch is not that bad. I just wake.
Couch is for
Drop on
naps,
mine.
not for sleeping the entire night. For me, personally.
Honestly, like couches can be comfy, but I'm a floor guy, so I could sleep
I
on
can't send you to the floor then. You'll be too comfortable.
I could sleep on a hard floor and it'd be great.
You'd be too happy down there.
Couches are actually worse because I like to sprawl and lay on my stomach, and on a couch you can really only weigh like a couple ways, so it doesn't really work for me.
When I live on the edge of the bed, Holden has the rest of the bed, and he'll be like at an angle touching me like this.
But yet, whenever I
I'm
wake
just
up,
like-
I only have this much bed.
I have to push you, and then I get more room.
Sometimes I wake up and I go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. When I come back to bed, I actually don't have any bed left to lay on because she's all the way on my side, and so I half scooch, half on the bed, half off, and I lay there for a while until like she just naturally scooches over. But
I don't like this. It's gross.
I'm sorry. Glass A definitely has more flavor on the nose, and I believe on the palate too. Glass B, I think it's a little bit lighter. The sweetness is probably a bit different. I can't quite place it though. I do want to say it has a bit of caramel in it. Definitely caramely bomb on the nose in Glass B. Yeah, but the palate is good. A lot of classic bourbon notes, a lot of spice in the back end, and some caramel in there, maybe a little bit of vanilla as well. But this doesn't seem as full and bodied as Glass A, which is one of the things I love about Booker's is the body and the body and the mouthfeel. Hinganese says kids in general have the issue of being wild animals. It's natural. That's true, but
And Holden's still wild, so imagine him as a child.
yeah.
He's cray cray.
Yeah, you got to do something to get your kids under control when they're in church. It's embarrassing as a parent I would imagine when your kid is just wild in church, like it's quiet in there and everyone's praying, and all of a sudden your kid's like the kid from what is the show? What's the show with like the crazy haired kid? And he's like
The Rugrats?
Well, no, the Rugrats once did a team up with the people, but they're the jungle people. The guy had a mustache
from the
similar
movie,
to
right?
mine. From the Rugrats team up with the movie, but
Yeah.
there's a name for that show.
I don't know.
I forgot. I knew what it was, and I forgot. I'm sure one of these guys are gonna know.
I never liked the Rugrats.
I like the Rugrats. I had a Rugrats game
Of course you do.
on GameCube. It was the best game.
You think everything's the best.
Well, when you're a little boy playing on the GameCube, it's great. You know what? It's not my fault that I'm happy with everything I do. I'm a happy guy.
You're too happy.
Henry Z says not selling that wine. I like the honesty.
Yeah, it's not that good. So Lion's Tail is usually really good.
They're really good.
They're either
but they
really
put out
good
a lot.
or bad.
They put out a lot of
good.
product. I'd say they come out with a new beer every other week.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's being 100% honest.
They're normally really good.
They put out.
This is not.
They put out, I think, 8 or 10. I can't remember the exact amount, but either 8 or 10 different barrel-aged beers. For the barrel-aged beer series.
And they released one one every 2 weeks.
I got
2 every 2 weeks.
I got a Buffalo Trace one, a double barrel Buffalo Trace one, an Elijah Craig one. Did I get a Knob Creek one at all?
Yeah, my mom.
And a Knob Creek one. So I got and that wasn't even. They had one finished in Blanton's.
I mean, this
barrels.
thing smells like puke and it tastes like shit water.
It's not that. It's not that.
I don't like it.
I mean, compared to
then I'll drink the bourbon.
Compared to the Ecto Cool slushy, it's not as good. But Sugar says he wants to spread out, get him a baby crib.
Good. Some people will question why we have a baby crib.
Are you expecting Patronum? Hey, Nazi says Lauren looks like a.
Are you calling me a pig? I'm confused.
Lauren looks like a covers hog.
Covers hog.
I was like, what does the covers mean? Are you sure about this Holden question
First
mark?
of all, no. I have extra covers, so I don't need to hog the
with
covers.
The normal sheet, and then the comforter, and then a tie blanket, and then another tie blanket. And meanwhile, if I sleep with just a comforter on, I wake up in a greasy sweat like a pig. And then she tries putting me under those covers, and I'm just like a freaking furnace in there. It's a mess. It definitely is.
I'm sharing.
Miranda Boardman's in the chat says, you're weird as heck, Goofy.
She would know. She knew you back then.
Cheers, Randy.
Weird too, though.
Hey, you know what? We were all weird as kids, okay? Wild Thornberries. That would be it. She probably came in when I was doing this. Because that I could understand.
Imagine just walking in on
Imagine clicking on the live stream and the first impressions of these people. Let's pretend you guys weren't Bourbon Bar fanatics. And it was your first time on the live stream. You click on my live stream and it's just me going. That would be awkward, and I doubt that I would get a subscriber from it.
I don't know who wants to subscribe to boring people. No one else on the Bourbon channel is gonna go and have a t-shirt on here.
You never know.
Who?
I don't know. Casey says I'm a sucker for Knob Creek. I like Knob Creek as well.
He likes sugar. And
pour her some bourbon. No, he said I'm a sucker for Knob Creek.
You suck people.
Anyway, yeah, I actually think I'm gonna have her taste some of these.
When is he coming out to feed us?
Who?
Casey. We were supposed to go to dinner and he never wanted to.
Oh yeah.
I
think you should taste that one.
I don't want to. This is really disappointing.
I think Joe wants to see you drinking some bourbon. I don't know which one that is. You do, but I don't. So, but I think that one's a good one. What do you think about that? It's hot. Obviously, it's high proof. Going to be very spicy.
I feel the same about that as I do about this beer. You can cry for the people. It's okay.
We gotta get you. We gotta do another Lauren Drinks Bourbon episode.
That's just so much work for me.
So much work sitting down and getting to enjoy nice bourbon.
Enjoy. It burns my lips. We're in peak dry lip season.
I actually put on chapstick before I came in here.
And then what? I smell
But
eucalyptus in my whiskey?
Then I wiped it off right
It
before I started.
smells like Willet Rye. It's not.
Robin says the Concord Grape beer was just okay. It is a weak beer. Yeah.
Yeah, very meh.
Yeah. To be fair, I have known you for a while.
To be fair, where's Josh?
Where is that man, young Joshua? Hey, he says sleep hot as well. Don't like much covers. Yeah, I mean, I sleep naked.
Thanks for sharing with the internet, honey. Now everyone that watches us, including your family, knows that.
Well, I sleep hot, so the only remedy to that is to sleep naked. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, once you start doing it, you're never gonna want to wear clothes or underwear or pajamas to bed again. It's so good. It's so freeing. It's like,
some people think that people who don't wear clothes are better, like wild animals.
Yeah, but I also shower before going to bed, whereas other people sleep in their own filth.
I don't think. Go away.
Anyway, just kidding.
Don't touch me.
Joe Dickinson says I got a blackberry flavored bourbon she would like. Probably.
Is it super sweet? Because I can't do like cookie.
Yeah, she can't do the she can't do the super obnoxiously sweet stuff like Crown Apple, right? You don't like Crown Apple.
I can do like when these types of whiskeys taste like something in particular, like this one tastes like whatever. I can do that.
Yeah, I'm the same thing though. Like super overly sweet, super overly sweet.
Is that why you
whiskeys.
did it?
No.
Holden had a stash like this time last year too.
I do occasionally just grow the stash out for fun. Honestly, I kind of forgot Josh had a stash until he commented on my Be Real and he's just like, you copied my stash, and I'm like, well, someone has to wear it better.
Bald, mustache, and muscular men are like my type. You're 3/4 of the way there. I mean 3/4 of the. I mean 3/3 of the whatever.
2/3 of the way there.
2/3 of the way there.
So I just gotta shave off all my hair and you'll love me even more, huh?
Well, yeah, but I like your hair.
Oh, okay.
But when you're old and bald, I like it too.
You know, I over this weekend when I was up north, I did get a little bit of like scruffy over here, but the mustache was still way darker. Not gonna lie, I kind of looked, good. I kind of looked like Henry Cavill in that one Mission Impossible movie.
Good because you were binging on drugs.
Do you guys want to know what I ate
Nobody
this
wants
weekend?
to know.
I'm gonna tell everybody. So I ate 2 full half gallons of ice cream, 1 full normal big size Oreos, like the normal I don't know if that's for family size Oreos, but 1 full thing of Oreos. I ate an entire frozen pizza, but it was like a nice big thick crust frozen pizza. I also ate a bag of Doritos, but I did share those, so it was only like a half a bag of family size Doritos. And then I ate 2 big greasy bar meals. One of them was a Cajun fried cod with French fries. That was a lot of food. And the other one was a giant cowboy burger. It had like fried onions, barbecue, bacon, and a giant burger with cheese curds. And I punished all that food. And yeah, I mean, it was good. Along with some beer and whiskey as well. So overall, very high calorie weekend for me. I mean, and the 2 kinds of ice cream I ate a half gallon of the Pirates Bounty, which is like a caramel flavored ice cream with M&Ms, Oreos, and like chocolate chips in it.
It's phenomenal.
It's amazing. It's probably one of the best ice creams from Cedar Crest.
If you're really from Wisconsin, you'd call it Pirates Booty.
Yeah. And then the other one was a half gallon of Blue Moon ice cream. So good.
We should buy some Blue Moon ice cream and then make drinks with it.
We should. We should do that on the live stream.
We should do that right after we leave here and bring a tub to my mom.
We could. Miranda says, this is Miranda now. That was Josh.
Oh, Josh can't get on his
Unreal. No, he's over here. I see him.
At the bottom.
At the bottom. Sure, he says most flavored whiskey is double extra sweet. Yeah, no, it's very bad.
The only thing I like extra sweet is my men. Even though he called me ugly. That's not very sweet.
Hey, Z says going stash is only a bold move these days. Well, someone's got to do it. But he probably means without hair too. Maybe, I don't know. You know what? I always, whenever I have good facial hair, like I always just shave it off and I keep the stash and I look at it and contemplate because I don't look bad with a stash. I mean, people have looked worse
Holden
with a
had
stash.
a Fu Manchu one time.
I did shave myself and do a Fu Manchu one time, but it was more like
It was funny.
I don't know if that was necessarily Fu Manchu or if that was handlebar.
No, it was all the way down, which is
but I think Fu Manchus are actually longer hairs that hang off your face.
Wait, do you think is it when it
I
goes
thought-
like this? Is it like when it goes like this?
No, a Fu Manchu is like an Asian like long hair and it like hangs off your face.
Wait, is
like
it
the
supposed to be
old
like
karate master. I think
Really?
that's what a Fu Manchu is.
I didn't know.
And then I'm pretty sure a handlebar is the one that comes down.
I thought a
just to the
handlebar was
chin.
just like a really big one.
I actually don't really know. I could look it up, but I'm sure these guys will know and tell me. Joe Dickinson said it's flavored with brandy, so it's sweet as wine.
I like when
Blackberry
things are
brandy.
sweet like wine.
I think there's plenty of I think we've had blackberry brandy around here.
they have
obviously.
blackberry brandy.
Yeah. Miranda says his stash is too long. Yeah, he's got
I
a
couldn't
scraggly
do
stash.
it if his stash like
I mean, mine's well
itched me
trimmed.
when I kissed him.
Yeah, my stash is well trimmed. And shaped good. No offense, Josh. Hanging Z says Crown Peach and iced tea is nice. Yeah, I mean if you're watering down the flavored whiskey, it can be great. Crown Apple and the lemonade makes a nice sour lemonade, really good. Joshua says hanging. I went no hair and just the stash. Yeah, he did cut his hair off, but he's not bald like a baby's butt bald. He's bald as in like buzz cut bald.
Why do you know a baby's butt is bald? You have stuff on your nose.
Anyway, sure he says, is that a typical Lent diet for you?
It's just
Well, I was supposed to start my diet last week, but then Fat Tuesday hit with the punchkis. And then I cheated on Wednesday because
I thought it was punchki.
Punchki, he said.
Punchki.
Then I cheated on Wednesday, and then I was like, screw it, I'm just going to go into the weekend.
What did you do on Wednesday?
I ate the pizza from the place after work. Remember? I went with you guys?
Oh, I do remember.
But yes, the actual diet started yesterday. So for the last 2 days, I have been dieting. Cowboy burger? Yeah, but yeah, no, great burger. Josh is getting an apartment soon. Big news from him.
Okay, that makes me
within the next
uncomfortable.
2
Is it our
months.
apartment?
Imagine.
No, don't imagine.
Why? What if he got our apartment and then
He would have to sleep in this.
I could just leave the bar the way it is and then until we finished our basement and then we could just both live stream in here. Peter White says going for the Harry Reams look. LOL. Who's Harry Reams? I'm gonna get probably roasted for asking that, but
You don't know what anyone is.
do you know who Harry Reams is?
I think I know the name, but I can't.
Well, I
put a
recognize
face
the
to it
name,
in
but I
my
don't
head.
know. I went stash only and got too many Highway Patrol jokes. Go on a mustache ride. Bad Axe has a handlebar. Oh, that's a curly one, isn't it? Like it goes like.
You couldn't do a curly one.
No, I could
Grow
never.
like that.
No, I my beard has never been longer than like. I don't think I've ever grown it past being a heavy scruff.
Wow.
You know, I don't think I've ever grown it to where it had a length that you could really call it a beard. I've only ever had facial hair, but I've never had a beard.
You should try. I want to see what it looks like.
I've tried before, but it gets annoying.
Well, I know, but we'll comb it and we'll get that way on.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do glass C
You
here.
haven't even gotten a glass C yet? Holden, we've been live streaming for like 6 years.
Ooh, glass C. Honestly, glass C smells good. Glass C has body. I want to say it has some fruit in it as well. I don't think it has quite as much peanuts. Obviously, these are all Bookers, so peanut is a very typical note. Not quite as much peanut. Maybe like a hint of peanuts in this one.
If I go make popcorn, could they hear me chewing?
Probably.
What if I'm gonna make popcorn. I'm hungry.
Harry was a 70s and 80s porn star. Hence why I wouldn't know who that is. Makes me feel better.
You do look like a porn star. That make us perfect.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. I'm too sexy for my pants. I'm too sexy for my underwear.
Okay.
But I'm gonna keep those. Wait, no.
Holden.
Anyway, this one's this one is good. This one's really good. This one has the body, the flavor, the proof. I mean, it's hitting up there. It's got some spice on it. This is Glass C for those of you who are wondering. And I do not know which glasses are which yet, so that will be revealed at the end after I pick a favorite. Hence, when I say I'm doing this blind. But yeah, this one's good. It seems like it has one of the most bodies. I'll have to compare it to A at the end of this and do an AB, but it does seem like it might have the best body so far. Great flavors on the nose. A little bit of fruit, a little bit of peanutty action, a little bit of like cinnamon and nutmeg. It definitely has some spice in it. And the palate just really hits you with that. It's hot. It's drinking warm. It's drinking all of the proof that's in it, but also has some spice and a little bit of sweetness in there as well. Definitely some caramel coming through and a little bit of that nutmeg and cinnamon. Kind of just like a baking spice generalization on that one. Really good. Really good. But now we're going to move into glass D, which is a last glass before I move on and go backwards. But
I'm not complaining, but you put the onion powder next to my popcorn salt, and this could have been a really bad mistake.
hey, but what if onion powder was good on popcorn?
No.
I put ranch seasoning on my popcorn, and Lauren hates it. But ranch seasoning on popcorn, low-key, fantastic. Moving into glass D, I forgot to shout out all these people. Got Bourbon Junkies Glenn, Tipsy Whiskey, Shenanigans, Glenn Karen right here. Then we got the Independent Joe, Glenn Karen right here. And then finally we're moving on to the Bourbon Bar Glenn. Also, for everyone who's in the chat earlier, we had Bad Axe Bourbon, so definitely go subscribe to him. Northwest Bourbon is also in the chat, so go subscribe to him. We had some other people. Josh is here. He has the Be Brave Let's Talk channel. He's not on that right now, but that is his channel, so make sure you guys are subscribed there. I feel like I'm missing someone, possibly. But yeah, definitely go and check out all those other people because they were kind enough to stop in here and say hey, and all I can do is try to forward the love. So, Sugar Cutie says, I miss being able to eat popcorn. Bubba, look what you're doing to the poor guy.
I didn't know.
It's okay. He can live vicariously through you. When I'm dieting, I watch videos of people eating. I've said this.
That's weird.
I've said this before, but I literally watch people eat junk food. Eric the Electric, because he always eats like the best junk food. That smells really sweet. Did you put caramel on it? Caramel corn?
I put 2 squirts of caramel corn and 2 squirts of popcorn.
Squirts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this one. Okay, hold on.
Hold on, I had actually that.
That's okay. Glass D smells.
I have problems.
We're gonna get some new bar stools when we move into this house. Okay, Glass D is like a low-key hitter. Like it doesn't smell like it's got all that proof, but it smells sweet. Like it's got some chocolate, it's got some caramel. Actually, I might want to say butterscotch would be a good one. But it definitely has like some sweeter pastry-y notes, and this one's kind of throwing me off the popcorn here, because I'm just getting wafts of popcorn and caramel corn in there.
I'm sorry, I'm hungry.
But this one actually smells really good. I'm excited to try this one. So let's go down the palate. That's good. I think this one is like a classic Booker's, is what I think of a classic Booker's. This one is by far the easiest to drink. Is not coming across hot. It's not coming across with that spice and that proof. But it's such a like a laid back, sweet, desserty, almost like a brownie type notes. I think if you liked any of these, you would really like Glass D. So maybe when you're done eating the popcorn, or if you want to try it right now.
What's the one you just got?
Huh?
What's the color you just got?
I just got this one.
Okay.
This one was the first one I had, and then those two I got somewhat close to each other. But 3 is the most recent. If I was gonna guess, I would only guess that this one is this is 2020-203, and the only reason I'm guessing that is because of how hot it was. And I've only had one pour of the 2020-203, but I remember it being spicy, and spicy and good. But I don't know. I hate guessing, because
Because you suck at it. I'm just kidding. But you call me ugly, so I'm not kidding.
But yeah, Sugar Kitty put the link to Be Brave Let's Talk channel. I butchered that. Be Brave Let's Talk's channel in there, so make sure you go subscribe to him. Thanks, Sugar Kitty, for putting that in there. Peter says, used to love Cracker Jacks. I don't know if I've ever had Cracker Jacks before.
Really?
I'm serious. I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, what are they? I mean, like, what do they taste like?
It's like caramel corn.
Really?
Well,
it's like caramel corn, like.
I was like mixed with shit.
Interesting. I've never had Cracker Jacks. Sugar Kitty said I went for groceries yesterday. I saw Cinnamon Toast Crunch popcorn. Ooh. Wow. That sounds good. Know what I miss? I always forget. By the time I'm done having a cheat day, my cheat days are so on a whim that it's like I'll just accidentally eat a bunch of junk food, right? But if I could plan out my cheat day, it would start off with eating like 8 bowls of cereal. I love cereal so bad. Like,
what's your favorite cereal?
It's one of the biggest things I miss. My favorite cereal is Reese's Puffs.
My favorite is
love Reese's
Honey Nut
Puffs.
Cheerios.
I actually like Honey Grams. You ever have the Honey Grams? They're kind of like
squares.
Yeah, they're kind of like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but it's like a honey cinnamon type stuff, and it's got like the rippled edges.
Is it yellow box?
The rippled. I think so. Yeah.
I have popcorn salt in my eye. I'm gonna die.
I'm sorry. I'll blow it out.
Why did you put it in there?
I didn't put it in there. Hold on, look at me.
Don't ask me. I didn't touch my eye. It just hurts. I'm assuming it's popcorn. It's in the other corner.
I don't know. I don't see anything.
Put your finger in it. Please don't.
She can't touch her eyes like I can. I can touch my eyes. Sure, he says, I'm glad then. Cheat day, that means you described something like a cheat week. It was a cheat week. It really was. But you have to understand, when we go up north, and when I say we, I have me and my brother, and then my cousin Quentin and my cousin Turner, and us 4 have been just going up north every year for the last, I think we're on 5 years now. 4 or 5 years. And
just to go up and be fast.
What we do when we go up, since we're not really hunters, we don't snowmobile, what we do when we go up there is we get up there, we eat bar food, then we go to a little grocery store, and actually it's a grocery store where I got my E.H. Taylor single barrel. But we go to a little grocery store and we buy a bunch of junk food. Then we sit in a cabin all weekend. We binge watch movies, random classic movies, and eat junk food. This past weekend, we watched all 3 Godfather movies consecutively. And I don't know how many of you guys have seen the Godfather movies, but yeah, they're good movies. But they're 3.5.
Weekends together, we get together, have naked pillow fights, and wine.
Can I come?
Do you have a vagina?
Anyway, the Godfather movies are 3.5 hours long, and they're very, very slow movies. They're good, but very slow. And yeah, watching 3 of them in a row is very difficult. But we did it. And we also watched a couple Jake Gyllenhaal movies like Nightcrawler, End of Watch, and Southpaw. So, Joe Dickinson says, I feel a Magic Spoon commercial coming. I've had Magic Spoon. Huh? Magic Spoon is like a healthy cereal. It's got like good macros and stuff. I've had Magic Spoon. It is good. The only problem is expensive. Way too expensive. If I could buy Magic Spoon for the same price that I could buy normal cereal, I would keep it in the house 24/7. And I'm not lying. It's good. Honestly, Magic Spoon cereal is good. But why is it so expensive? Maybe I should have them sponsor the channel. You know how great it would be to get some free cereal? That'd be
It would
good.
be like there's some other stuff.
Anyway, Hangman Z says, remember the temporary tattoos of Cracker Jacks? And those were badass. Well, I wouldn't know because,
They had temporary tattoos in them.
thank you.
Did you ever have a bazooka bubblegum?
Yeah, I think so.
It has the comic strips in them.
Oh, yeah, and you can put it on your tongue. Or, no, sorry, I was thinking
That
of
wasn't it.
licorice.
Yeah.
Like a licorice thing. Or it was like a fruit roll-up. They used to have fruit roll-ups that had, like, pictures on them.
They still have
And you could put them on your tongue, and it would leave a tattoo on your tongue. I wish you could still eat like Holden. Honestly,
Holden can't eat like Holden.
I'm on a different level. It's actually a binge eating disorder. Although this weekend I wasn't binge eating as much as I was just doing nothing and eating. Like it wasn't like I accidentally stuffed my face until I couldn't breathe. It was like I by choice stuffed my face, but it was consecutively throughout the day, so it didn't feel like I was binge eating.
It's binge eating disorder.
It's not, because I've totally planned to do that. It's not that we can't eat like that. It's that we can't eat that and be less than 300 pounds.
Why don't you show everyone your belly?
Let's not
Get
do
up
that.
and show everyone your
No,
belly. No,
that's
it'll
okay.
make the people feel better about themselves.
No, I want to feel good about myself.
Holden looks like a pregnant lady. I'm sorry, but it's true, and I still love you. I don't care. I'm just.
So I put on a few pounds, and by a few I mean 15. Okay, but the thing is,
Holden, if I gained 15 pounds, would you call me fat?
no.
I would look like a completely different person if I put 15 pounds on.
The thing is, 15 pounds for me is like that. I mean, that's not uncommon for like my type of living. I'm active in the gym and I'm constantly dieting. In summer, I'm light, and in winter, I'm heavy. That's just the way it is. After Halloween, I stop dieting. I eat whatever I want, and then I start dieting again like this time of year. So
Okay, but next year you're gonna be dieting the whole time.
next year, I will be dieting for the wedding. Yes, but
No,
I'm just
the
saying.
whole time, because otherwise you're gonna get your tux rental and fitted, and then
Yes,
it's not gonna
I'm
fit
aware.
you.
I understand how it works. Part 3 sucks. Really? Because I thought part 3 was one of the better ones. And maybe because his daughter was pretty hot. She kind of looked like Dua Lipa. That girl that looked like Dua Lipa, that was
Holden, the
Michael-
things you say in
Michael
front of your woman,
Corleone's
and the
daughter.
things you say, not in front of your woman.
Bubba, you would have thought she was hot.
No, but I don't.
She's the
want to sleep with
Godfather's
women, and you
son's
do.
daughter. Although technically he became the Godfather. But I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse.
You're not cool.
Holden will be the pillow fight ref. I could be the pillow fight
You're
ref.
not roughing anything.
I saw GF 1 and 2 in the Godfather 1 and 2 in the theater. Classic movies. I passed on 3. See, the thing is, I liked 3, but it was probably because it was a newer movie, so they sped things along more, and it didn't like drag it out and have the unnecessary like. It wasn't as long. It had a little bit more pace to it, and that's kind of why I liked it. But I agree. If I would have saw the first Godfather movies in the 1970s when they came out, I mean, they would have been amazing. But just on today's movie standards, everything has become so much more fast-paced. I think we're for the Goodfellas over Godfather. I love that movie. So, yeah, I left on Sunday afternoon, and my two cousins, me and my brother left. My two cousins were staying up there, and they were going to watch Goodfellas. We passed on that one because we had enough of the 11 hours of gangster movies that we had watched. Cracker Jacks had a surprise in every box. That I didn't know from
Take
just
me
from
out
like
to the
TV.
ball game. Take me out to the ground. Buy me some
Peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
Is it Cracker Jacks or Apple Jacks?
Apple Way.
Buy
I
me
don't
some
know.
Peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
Okay, we're gonna work our way back from D to A. Then we're gonna do some A and B, and we're gonna finally determine which one of these bookers is the best from 2022. We're gonna.
That's gonna take like 4 more hours. You've been chit chatting too much, and now I feel like
No, because I'm gonna put the head in the game. We're just gonna go back and do it once over before we A and B these bad boys. It's gonna
5
go
minutes.
5 minutes. We've only been on for an hour and 15.
I know, but I want to talk more, and you're gonna take up all the time.
That's true. Yeah. So Glass D definitely is lighter, easier to drink, but like still has some body in it, which is what I like. Classic Bookers It's got the peanutty like goodness in it. It's got like a little bit of like chocolate butterscotchy. Oh man, it's really good. It's class. I don't know. I'm scared to talk about this one like this and have it be 2022-01 because I wasn't known for liking 2022-01 that much. Hi. But yeah, 2020 or sorry, Glass D. Easy to drink. It really, I mean, like, it's laid back. It's well rounded. It's good whiskey. I could honestly punish that. Like, I could put it down for sure.
I could punch you.
I think Nazi said this is how they sold us crap as kids. Just put a cheap toy in it. Yeah, basically. Oh, I got to use my
If Holden opened a bag of popcorn and it had a little toy in the bottom, he would freak out.
You hurt my leg.
What are you saying now? I'm too fat to have my leg up there?
No. So I got to use my. I don't know if you, how many of you guys watched my recent
all
video.
of you guys watched his recent. I'm just kidding.
But I did get a chance to use my bottle share bag this weekend, which was cool. It worked out really well. I had 2 glasses and 5 different whiskeys in it. So yeah, it was really great.
Did you like your bag?
Yeah, I did awesome. Hey Z says I need to do a Kill Bill marathon soon. How old are the Kill Bill movies? I've never seen them, but they have a lot of good songs. Yeah, I'd like to see the Kill Bill movies, but I don't know how old they are. Anyway, on Glass C. Ooh, going back to Glass C, that I'm not afraid of that proof. It's welcoming with how much it's got in it. I swear the longer they sit out, the more peanutty I get from them. But this one has definitely got nutmeg in it, spices. It's warm, it's bodied. It's definitely got a bit of caramel in it as well. It's very good. And I think it definitely is oaky as well. And then on the finish, it's got that spice. It's just like a wonderful, it's like sweet up front, I believe. Hold on. It's sweet up front, and then in the back, it moves with some oak and some spice. It's got that like allspice and it's like cinnamon and nutmeg and oak presence, obviously, like I said. So Glass C and Glass D are looking quite good, but we're gonna see how these two get back into it after going through everything else. What's up? The early contender for last place, I think, is so far is Glass B. I'm not sure because I only got through it in the second glass. It's been a while since I drank it, but it actually isn't too bad. I just think it could be better compared to the rest of these. Overall, I like all of these. They're all good whiskey. I paid more for some of them than others. Obviously, I paid a little bit more for the 03 because I had to get it shipped over here, and then I paid more for the. I think I paid more for the 04. I think I paid around $100 for the 04. Honestly, I'm willing to pay that. I like Booker's, and that's like my palate. So, more than willing to pay up for these guys. Depending on the batch. If I've heard a batch sucks, maybe I probably won't pay as much. But this one, good on the nose. Definitely has like a little bit of like a bready, peanutty, like roasted peanuts. It's like roasted peanuts. Yeah, it's just got like this nice roasted peanutty note on the nose. But the palate just leaves like
something to be desired.
I don't know. The palate's actually not bad. It's just I feel like compared to these other ones, it isn't like
this beer is bad.
The palate of this one just isn't exploding out of the gate like I think it should. At least like the other ones are. And then on the finish, it does have a decent finish, but it almost feels like I'm getting some proof I'm getting a little bit more proof than I am getting of flavors. So that's that. We're moving on to the last glass here after a quick cleanse.
Quick, you're taking the wrong time.
Peter White says, "No Country for Old Men, Hell and High Water, I must see movies." No Country for Old Men. I think we were actually talking about No Country for Old Men earlier this weekend because my brother and cousins are all huge movie buffs. They love their movies. So they usually have like an extensive collection. My brother lives in an apartment, and his spare bedroom, he has an 80-inch flat screen TV, and it's his movie room. He has a
Our
cabinet.
spare bedroom has $4 billion worth of whiskey in it. So it's the kind of people we are.
It's like my amount of whiskey, like my value of whiskey is about the same value that he has in movies on his shelf.
Movies are a lot cheaper than whiskey too.
Yeah, but he has like 5 times as much. So yeah, I didn't see those two, but I want to eventually. And as he said, I think Unforgiven won Best Picture the year I graduated high school in '92. Unforgiven. Who is in Unforgiven? You have to let me know.
Hey, he's the same age as my dad. That means.
Really?
My dad graduated in '92.
Interesting.
You guys could be best friends.
You could be. I haven't
Please
seen
stop making those noises.
Unforgiven, but I'm curious. Ola Josie Wales is a favorite as well. Ola Josie Wales. All right, I'm moving on to glass A. So I've been all the way down and back now since last time I tasted glass A. So let's see how much it's changed. Oh
my gosh. You're crazy.
Glass A, I think, is the sweetest one on this flight. I think glass A might have the most fruit, the most like pastry, like punch. Glass A is like punchkis. It's got like a bit of fruit, a bit of pastry. I don't even know what kind of fruit to put in here, but it's definitely great on the nose. I gotta say that much about it. Man, this is gonna be It's gonna be hard. I was hoping it would be easy, but definitely not. Let's get on the palate.
I wish that my beer was easy. I could pour this out and not even feel bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty rad.
Glass A is doing real good. I'm gonna go ahead and AB these. But it's like they're all really good, so it's gonna be hard to pick a winner. But we're gonna go for it. The palate isn't a party in a Holden's mouth. Oh my. Well, yeah, you know. Clint Eastwood, I'm assuming. Morgan Freeman, Gene Hackman, and Richard Harris. Well, it definitely sounds like a big, powerful, what is that called? No.
Look at how fat
I don't
my
know.
foot
It's
looks.
definitely a movie full of heavy hitters. I think it looks good.
No, it looks like sausages. Look at this toe. It's like 3 times the size it's supposed to be.
Okay. Anyway,
It's too hot.
I think we're gonna go with a preliminary, and then we'll do some ABs. Okay. Well, the only thing that I'm sure of, or the only thing that I think I'm sure of, is I think that glass B is going to be in last place. I think these 3 are just too good for glass B to beat out. We're gonna go with an A and D because they've been far apart this whole time. Oh, man, it's hard. And then we're going to glass C. Glass C is just hotter than these 2. Why are you singing
I'm sorry,
Lizzo?
it's stuck in my head.
You don't like Lizzo. D is just really good. I think D is above A. A is really good, but it's like A is really good. I just don't know if it lives up to B and C, or C and D. Anyways, he says it's the most realistic Western movie ever made. Interesting. Do they do the old standoff?
Imagine you in a
Assuming.
duel.
I could probably do pretty good in a duel.
I don't think you could.
She has no faith in me.
You have no faith that you're just gonna stand up and shoot someone? No, I don't.
You never know.
You always think negatively of me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I think Glass A is going to be in third place. So right now it's between Glass C and Glass D for the winner. You can do Glass C one more time. We're going to compare the noses, and then we're going to go with A and B on the palette. 21090 is in the chat. Cheers, guys. Cheers, 21090. Thanks for being here. If you guys want to go ahead and, well, I'm sure all of you guys are already subscribed to 21090, but if you're not, go subscribe to them. If someone could put his link in the chat, that'd be awesome. But thanks for being here.
Not a girl.
No, we literally were watching them last week.
Look
Or not last
you
week, because
put
last
things
week
in front of me. I don't know who
he
they
wasn't
are.
last week because, well, I'm pretty sure they still streamed last week, but one of them was gone. But it was 2 weeks ago, maybe. I don't know. But I showed you them. We were on their channel the other day. Okay. Last two glasses. Glass C and Glass D. Okay, so Glass C has more proof, more spice, a little bit more fruit. And then Glass D. Glass D is so much more like classic book. It's got the peanuts, like peanut butter. It's got a little bit of like chocolate. It's got like this brownie aspect, some sweet oak in it, some butterscotch, and it's just like, man, it's good. Now we're gonna have to go with the palette and figure this out here. They're both really good. Are you ready for me to make a decision?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you look bored now. You were hype earlier.
That's because my beer's bad. I was hungry. You're not paying attention.
Well, you ate a whole bag of popcorn.
Yeah, I'm not hungry anymore, but it's not like it was satisfying. I wanted a brownie.
Maybe we can stop somewhere and get a brownie and go to your parents' house.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Okay. Ah, man, hold on. Okay, I got it.
Okay.
So the official order of this blind flight, I have D in first place, C in second place, A in third place, and B in fourth place. Now, let's catch up in these comments. Actually, I don't think you need any. But all right, so I'm actually excited to find out what these are because I like all of these. They actually were all really good. The only one that I don't think held up to the other ones was Glass B here, and I think it's only a matter of like Glass B is. If I could pour Glass B, it would be great whiskey. I'd be happy with it. But I think compared to these three, it just wasn't doing it. But we're gonna go ahead and discover what these are. Lauren, what was in Glass B?
They're fine.
Are you serious?
Wait, that was this one.
Oh,
This one.
really?
Yeah.
I'm scared to take your word for it now, but you did just give away. You could have just said it wasn't.
I'm
this
sorry.
one. Hold on. So in Glass, okay, so we got two up here now. In Glass B was batch 2022-04. That is Pinky's batch, This one is a 6-year-old, 6 year, 10 months, and 10-day-old, 122.4 proof. It was good. Like I said, it was good.
Why did they put Pinky's Bash on the pink label?
I don't know. I thought the same thing. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. But this one's got a football helmet on it, so it's good whiskey. It really is. It just didn't hit up to the way that these were hitting. It didn't have the body. It was simple, and not in a bad way. It was just simple. Like, you know, it could have been better, and that's all I have to say for it. But last place was Pinky's Bash 2022-04. Now, in third place, apparently, is 2022-02, which is a shocker for two reasons. Reason one being that means that 2022-01 is in my top two, and I never really associated that with like real good bookers, but apparently it is. I actually thought 2022 was a really good one. But this is 2022-02. It's called the Lumberyard Batch. It's 7 years, 1 month, and 1 day old. 7 years, 1 month, and 7 days old. It's 124.8 proof.
Basically, when that thing started, Holden was like 14.
That's crazy to think that I was only 14.
This one, you were only 3.
I know. My oldest whiskey in the bourbon bar is the Old Fitz 19, and I was 3 years old when that was made, so that's cool. Well, I was 4 years old, actually.
You might have been 4 to 5.
Might have been 4, might have been 3, depending on the time of the year. But yeah, so what is Glass C?
This way.
Okay. So 2022-01 was Glass C. Honestly, I'm surprised. I mean, okay. Whoa, it fits. Okay, so here's the lineup, guys. So Glass C was 2022-01. That's a big surprise to me because I honestly didn't think it was that. I mean, I just didn't praise it as high as I praised these other ones. I wonder. I just like that the stuff that was coming across as spice. I wonder if that was just. I don't even know. The biggest, or should I say, the not biggest shock or the not biggest surprise is 2022-03, which is the Kentucky Tea Batch. That was Glass D. That one came in first place. I mean, I gotta say, Fred Minnick knows what he's doing. When Fred Minnick is grading whiskey, he knows what he's doing. He's not an idiot. It was really good. Now, not that my notes in particularly lined up with his notes today. I didn't really get a chance to go in a deep dive in any of these. All I did was I just did some A/B comparisons. I tasted them, compared them to each other, and that's what I got. But Glass D, the 2022-03, so well-rounded, so easy to drink, but not in like it's a smooth aspect, more in like everything just melded together real nice. Like the flavors were just like, they all like morphed together and like made an overall experience. Whereas the reason it took over ahead of Glass C, so Glass C seemed more punchy. It was like boom in the face on the nose, and then boom in the face on the palate, which ultimately was its demise. Now, for those of you wondering, Glass C, which was 2022-01, is called Ronnie's Batch. This one is 6 years, 11 months, 22 days, 124.3 proof. And the winner of tonight's blind is the 2022-03 Kentucky Tea Batch. This one is 7 years, 4 months, 14 days, 126.5 proof. So the oldest and the highest proof one took first place, and I said that it tasted the least proofiest. Or I said it tasted the chillest, which I guess is kind of what we're all looking for. I mean, I've drank a good amount of Bookers, and I actually probably should have put this one in there since I only have one other Bookers, because I do think this one is my favorite so far. But I haven't had it against all these other ones, so it'll be interesting to see if the 2022-03 can beat out that one for me personally, because I know for a lot of other people it will, but overall, great lineup, great whiskey, and it's just like, you know what? I'm a bit surprised. Are you surprised, or did you see it coming?
I don't know. I just live here.
You just live here? You look like you're getting tuckered out. That'd be a yes. But we just gotta get through a couple of these comments, and then we'll probably log off for the day, huh? So, Peter White says, last bottle of Booker's I bought was last bottle of Booker's I bought that was non-Little Book was Oven Buster in 2015.
That sounds gross.
Oven Buster. That sounds like a good batch.
I'll bust your oven.
Anyway, imagine 40-year-old Scotch.
Holden would love a 40-year-old Scotch.
I mean, how old am I? My 40-year-old Scotch. My parents would be almost our age. No.
Your dad, your mom would be like 15 or 16.
That's crazy.
My parents would be young.
You know
8
what?
Or 9. No, yeah, 8 or 9.
At some point in my life, I will own a 40-year-old Scotch. It's just a matter of
when
getting to
you're
that
40,
point.
you should get a 40-year-old Scotch.
I should, but you know how expensive they are?
Okay, but we're going to be 40. I'm assuming we're going to have enough money to purchase.
I know, but enough money for something that's $3,000 for a bottle of whiskey.
Look it. If we budget well, we should have $3,000 to throw out the window.
Honestly, I think I would have it before that. I'd love to open it on my 40th birthday.
Yes, but you want it to be 40 when you were 40. So it needs to be, like, barreled in.
Well, technically,
20
it'll always
or
be 40 years old
1999.
after it's in the bottle.
Well, I know, but don't you want it to be barreled the same year you were born?
Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know. The thing about Scotch is you can get those real high age statements, and it's really cool. For bourbon, the fact that I have a 19-year-old bourbon is pretty crazy because bourbon doesn't get aged that high normally. But I have a 19-year-old one, which is awesome. Joe Dickinson. Oh, sorry. Hangley Z says saw Booker's on the shelf once. Did not know I needed one at the time. LOL. It's personal preference. There's a lot of people who don't think Booker's are worth it. I personally think that they are because I like them. It definitely fits my profile, but there's a lot of people out there who don't love them and they don't think they're worth the money. I call them haters, but it is what it is. I think that if you actually do find them at retail, $80, I think they're just as good as an Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, which is around the same price. So if you can find them at retail, definitely worth it. Now, if you really like Booker's, I do think it's worth paying up a couple bucks, $10, $20. At $100, depending on the batch, at $100, I would buy one of them. I've actually bought a lot of these, a little bit above retail, but it is what it is. Joe Dickinson says, told you the 03 was the best. And you were right. And honestly, Joe, thank you so much for sending me that. Greatly appreciated.
Holden's man crush too.
I was I forgot that was a thing. Oh, that's so cringy.
I think it was Man Crush Monday.
It was Man Crush Monday, but oh, that's cringy. We'll get back to that. But I just wanted to say thank you to Joe because this was super cool that you were able to find and get this for me, and I appreciate that so much. So thank you again so much. But back to the Man Crush Monday thing. Obviously,
my Man Crush Monday was always Harry Styles.
Obviously, you guys, like, the people out there who are too old for, like...
Holden, that's derogatory.
To be too old for Snapchat, you literally need to be, like, 5 years older than us.
Did you know your mom had a Snapchat at one point?
Yeah, we made it for her.
Well, they were talking about today, and I was just sitting there, like... Or not today, the other day, and I was like, she had a Snapchat?
Yeah. So, okay, when Snapchat came out, it was on Snapchat, right? Or was it Kick?
I don't remember. Snapchat came out in like 2012. Kick was a little bit before it, like maybe 2010 or
yeah, I was a big Kick guy. I had all these group chats with all these little girls. I mean,
Holden!
They were the same age as me. They weren't little back then, but I mean, I was like 12 years old with all my 12-year-old girlfriends. Like, it was what it was.
If we ever get really famous, someone's going to come back on this live stream And we're going to get canceled because you said that.
Why?
I was talking to all these little girls. What's wrong with you?
Okay, but if you do the math, when Kick came out in 2000,
finish.
I was a young boy. What?
My Kick username was, and now that's my Snapchat name.
Your Snapchat username is.
Where do you
Oh,
think
I
it
was
came
about
from?
to say it out loud, but then
Yeah.
people would add you. None. I mean, I don't think you
Please
would
don't
care if
add me
anyone
on
added you.
Snapchat.
Honestly, they could add me on Snapchat. I wouldn't give a shit. Although I don't post anything on stories.
I
So
don't either.
but anyway, back to the original story.
I used to post when I was single and I wanted attention from people, and then I would post like a really good picture, and then everyone would swipe up on it, and they would be like, "Oh my gosh, and then we would have, yeah."
These hoes ain't loyal. Anyway, there's this thing. It was Man Crush Monday, and what was the other one? Woman Crush Wednesday. So Man Crush Monday, Woman Crush Wednesday. So all these cringy ass little middle schoolers.
Holden, because he
And Loren. You put Harry Styles. At least I put
Okay.
real people.
But like we'd say Man Crush Monday, and we put it in our group chat, not on the internet.
I'm just saying. So what you would do is you would post on your story so that everyone could see it. You'd be like Man Crush Monday or Woman Crush Wednesday, and you just post a picture
No, you
of
just
like.
put MCM or WCW.
Well, yes, I know that, but I'm explaining to them. They're not going to know what that means. Anyway.
They have children.
Anyway, it was a very niche. I mean, it only lasted for like a year. It's not like everyone knows what Man Crush Monday is. You said that, and it brought back flashbacks
Of
of
your
like
other crushes?
the cringiest times. I'm just saying, it was a whole thing. Man Crush Monday, Woman Crush Wednesday, wildin', just wildin'. Tater Dom says 3 was also my preferred pour of 2022 as well. Well, cheers, Tater Dom. I don't think I've seen you in here before, but thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Yes, he has a mullet. He looks like he should drive a 1988 IROC Z28 because I also happen to have a 1988 IROC Z28.
If you grow up mullet, I'm literally going to
You
wax
realize
your head.
that my car was designed for people with mullets. It was. The 1988 Camaro IROC Z28 literally was designed specifically for people with mullets. You know, in 1988, they didn't even sell to people who didn't have mullets.
If you grow a mullet, I'm waxing every single piece of hair off your body, including your eyelashes.
Eyelashes?
It's gonna hurt, Holden.
You need those. They protect your eyeballs.
I need a fiance that doesn't have a mullet.
Okay, well, you're hurting Tater Dom's feelings.
That's an old picture.
He could still have the mullet. Maybe he drives a Camaro. Peter White says I have a heel of CO5A12 left.
That sounds like drugs.
Wow. Well, I think the old Booker's codes were different. The old Bookers used to have like labels that were this color, and like so there weren't like batches like this. It was like a label that was like this color, right? Like this ugly brown color.
Why are you discriminating against
their marketing game has shot way from a marketing standpoint. Like Booker's does it 100% correct.
Wow.
They know what they're doing. So in other words, I'm even older than your parents.
Holden's dad is 59 and his mom is 54.
Yeah, my dad is half a year
60,
away from being able to pull money out of retirement.
60 this year and 55 this year. My dad is the same age as Tang and AZ, and my mom is younger than him. In case you're wondering.
Yeah. Going back to this Yellowstone 2022, significantly sweeter, like so much more fruit.
Mm-hmm. That
Marsala Superiore cask is just like adding a lot more to this one than the Bookers are obviously different, but you know what I mean. Peter White says I have a bottle of Anknock 1975.
That was the year my mom was born.
2014 dash 39 years. I just want to. For our wedding, I could buy the highest age bottle that I can find / afford, and then open up on our wedding day.
No.
What do you mean no?
I have other plans for our wedding day, not your bourbon problem.
What am I supposed to open?
We can't have whiskey at the venue.
What am I supposed to open on our wedding day?
My wedding dress.
Wow.
It's not
I
a
don't
secret
think.
at that point, okay?
Did you mean it like that? Because that.
Did you see that clip of this? Okay, so there was this wedding ceremony and they were mic'd up, but the bride didn't know, and the priest was talking and she gets up and she goes and you can hear the priest talking in the back and she leans over and his mic was like right here,
Yeah.
you know, and she whispers, "Are you ready to lose your virginity tonight?" And it caught it on the mic and everyone heard, and there's like a video about it. Yeah.
That's so awkward.
Well, okay,
You gotta wonder if she did it on purpose. Like, if she, I mean, because come on, you gotta know that you're mic'd up and you're on speakers.
She wasn't mic'd up. He was mic'd up. So she never went through the process of getting mic'd up. So she didn't know, and it was right on his pocket square. So when she leaned in, it caught everything she said.
Hey, but you know what? If you
Imagine saying that at church.
if you actually save yourself, though, like, who cares? Like, it's so lackadaisical. Like, even in like strict religious whatever, it's so lackadaisical once you're married. They don't give a shit
But
once you're married.
Okay, but isn't the sin to have
Contraception?
No, the sin is not having sex to have a child, right? Not
Technically.
having sex before marriage.
Technically.
So everyone's
back in the day. We're all just a bunch of sinners, Bubba. It's not that we need to talk about that. MSRP in Ohio is $99. Oh, really? Wait. For bookers? Interesting. MSRP in Wisconsin is $80 for bookers, which is wild. But that makes it even more impressive that you got it to me for such a good price. So thank you for that. 88 Camaro, you needed a mullet, but also had to be Italian, especially in Toronto. Really?
Well, Holden is not Italian. I am. I could have bought it.
I can speak more Italian than you.
I can speak my Italian. Doesn't make you Italian.
Oui, oui.
My grandma spoke Italian, like fluently.
I speak Italian.
But she's not here anymore.
I can
you
speak
could have
Italian.
Had a whole conversation with her. Wait,
you know what?
Was it my grandma or
I can speak Italian fluently as long as I'm saying, I eat bread. Io mangio il pane. Or I eat an apple. Io mangio la mela. I can actually say a lot more than that. I'm just saying. I'm very simple at it. Sugar Kitty says, so then I'm not just older than your parents. I'm 10 years older than your parents. You know what, Sugar Kitty? Age doesn't matter. Honestly.
You don't feel that old to us.
You definitely seem like just like if you're really what you consider old, then you're definitely the coolest let's be adult
honest.
person we've ever met.
There's no one else on here that's trying to be as cool as you.
That's true. I suppose it makes sense with how much he knows.
That's a good point.
So I mean, like, human encyclopedia right there, and the amount of stories he has. He's
good
done
news. So that means you're not as
everything.
old as our grandparents. So you're not quite that old. What?
That was mean.
No.
Comparing them to our grandparents.
Our grandparents are both in their 80s.
I don't know how old.
Wait, I don't think my dad's parents are in their 80s.
I don't know how old my grandpa is.
I think they're in their 70s.
My grandpa might almost be 90.
Your grandpa's got to be older than my grandpa.
Oh, way older. My grandpa was 80 back in the day. I mean, he's gonna be getting close to 90, I would think. I guess I don't really know. I can ask my mom.
I think my grandpa's gonna be 85 this year, but I don't think my dad's parents are that old. I think they're like a lot younger.
Oh, Peter White says, so my rhetoric bottles are older than you. Well, yes, they are. As long as you're older than 23 years old, then yes. I think I had the chance to buy a rhetoric bottle when we were in Chicago, and I didn't because I bought the Angel's Envy instead.
He was in trouble.
You guys can bet that I got yelled at for the Angel's Envy. Ow! Anyway, he says 88 Camaro that somehow has an 8-track player with Frampton Combs Alive stuck in it. So mine actually had an aftermarket radio when I bought it. Unfortunately, it didn't have the 8-track. But my brother's first car was an 88 Camaro that did have the 8-track. So we got the little 8-track adapter thing where you plug it into your aux port on your phone and you plug the 8-track in. You could play music through an 8-track.
My brother has one in his car.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
And my brother's is a 2004.
But yeah, it's a base model Ford. I mean,
Yeah.
That's not uncommon. While speaking French.
Meh. I took French in high school, and my French teacher was really mean. She didn't like me, so I quit. I didn't learn one lick of French. I can say, est-ce que je peux aller aux toilettes? Do you know what that is?
Nope.
Can I please go to the bathroom?
Oh, well, I can say, misete boing kudasai. In Japanese, that means, can I feel your boobs, please? Sorry, no, can I grab your boobs, please? Misete boing kudasai. I can also say, oh, konnichiwa. Do itashimashite. Yeah. I know a little bit of Japanese. Didn't retain much, but only in the important things, as you can see.
I'm gonna hit you after this.
Sugar says my mom is 87. Oh, well. Yeah.
She was young when she had him.
No.
If he's 10 years older than your parents, that means at least 70.
Unless he meant he was 10 years older than your parents.
We were talking about your parents.
But then you right after that.
10 years older than my parents.
Either way, we're not gonna talk about his age if he doesn't want to know or tell us it. So, 8-track, shag carpet, and fuzzy dice. If I could have a shaggin' wagon, I 100% would. An old VW wagon, dude. Oh,
the things we could do in there.
Our first child would be conceived in that wagon. Hank says, "Who is Frampton Combs?"
Don't ask us. We don't know squat shit. We barely know how to use the internet.
Frampton Combs. What?
My mom is making hot fudge sundaes. Oh. And my mom makes the best hot fudge.
We'll see you all in the next class. What did I step on? Popcorn.
Hold it.
There's popcorn.
Hold it. What if the hot fudge is cold when we get there?
That's F Diddy.
Guys, we have to go. There's fresh.
Well, we are at the hour and 51 minute mark.
We need the hot fudge to be fresh and hot because my mom makes phenomenal fresh hot fudge. Phenomenal. Imagine the fondue, but cracked. Like cracked out.
Peter Rice says we can get ourselves a mystery machine.
We could. And then what would we do in it?
We could solve mysteries. Solve mysteries. And the church says, can we come over? Yeah. Everyone is invited to the Whitings to get some hot fudge.
Knowing my mom, she made enough for like 50 people.
And I'm going to eat it all.
You have to share.
I'm actually not going to eat any of it.
You're going to have one spoonful just to taste.
Well, I will taste it.
I will have 3 spoonfuls
in
a bowl.
Okay.
And then I'll probably take a little bit home. Okay.
George Dickinson says, so you can't eat cereal, but you can eat something. No.
He's not. He said he's not gonna. And then he's gonna sneak the Cadbury eggs out of the giant bag that my mom bought us to put out behind her back. And then he's not gonna tell anyone, so it'll never happen.
They bought Cadbury eggs?
A big
Everyone
bag.
knows that.
Like this fucking bag.
Everyone knows Cadbury eggs is my weakness.
I love Cadbury eggs.
We could do an Easter candy
Guys,
pairing.
Holden and I were so meant to be that our favorite candy was both Cadbury eggs, but not like the cream-filled ones, like just the little eggs.
Yeah, the little chocolate ones with the shell on them.
I mean, those are just an odd one. And back when we met, they only made them at Easter time.
That's true.
So
send us some through the USB port. I could do that.
When it's summertime, we can have a hot fudge whiskey pairing.
I'll pour them some whiskey through the USB port. Because it would
be summer to eat ice. Okay, that's enough. Finish that so we can go get hot fudges.
Okay, well, we're just going to close it up here. We only have 7 minutes before we're at the 2-hour mark, but that's okay. We don't need to hit 2 hours. We just gotta acknowledge that this was a great live stream.
We've done that. We don't need to continue.
That's true. So
don't act like you haven't been talking nasty on this thing all night. We look really big when we stand.
Anyway, that's what it looks like when you eat 2 half gallons of ice cream, a container of Oreos, an entire frozen pizza.
Okay, we get it. You eat a lot and you.
Every time I tell people that, they look at me like I'm psychotic.
Because you're crazy.
Anyway.
Please do your crazy.
Anyway, thank you all so much for being here. Please hit the like button if you have not already, because that always helps. Also, if you're interested in subscribing to the Patreon, that link is in the description. Thank you all for being here. This was fun. Isaiah V says, Loren is so bossy. I couldn't agree more. See you all in the next class. Just kidding. No, she's not. Well, yeah, she is. But not in a bad way. It's not bad.
I wear the pants.
Someone needs to tell me what to do.
If Holden was bossy, everyone would consider it abusive. So.
That's true. I have to be docile and submissive.
But you're not like that. Every once in a while he gets bossy, and then I go, are you talking to?
That's true.
And then, you know what? But I was raised this way. My mom told me never to let a man push me around, so now I push men around.
Yeah, and whenever I need her to do something, I say, I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse.
Can you stop?
Look how they massacred my boy. Anyway, lick the like and like the lick. It tastes like 14 quarts of ice cream and a pizza. Indeed it does. So thank you all for being here. We love having you guys here. This was a fun one, and we'll see you all in the next class. Cheers. That was so perfect. And then, and everyone go check out everyone else's live streams. All the people streaming. You know who it is.
And don't buy this beer.
TGIT. See ya, everybody.